another edition of Tuscaloosa Talks. We're on site of the McWright's Ferry Road Extension Project. We're going to talk about that in just a second. But first, Bryan Gurney, welcome to Tuscaloosa Talks. And also welcome to being the city's acting city engineer. You were recently appointed to that position. How are the first few weeks going?
They're going well. I'm trying to navigate the waters of being the city engineer. We got a lot going on, a lot of big projects, and just kind of keep things moving. We got a real good team in OCE, and I think we're finding our way and moving.
Well, you've done a fantastic job. I appreciate your steady leadership, and it's been a lot of fun learning your sense of humor as well along the way. So I'm really appreciating our chance to work together. And as city engineer, you're dealing right now with one of the biggest projects in the city's history. We're actually at a place that will be underneath a bridge on McWright's Ferry Road Extension, which is a big part of this project. So here we are, McWright's Ferry Road Extension, a $53 million-ish construction project. Let's talk about why this project is important for North Tuscaloosa in particular. So if you wouldn't mind, just talk about the project, why it's important, and then we'll go from there.
Sure. Well, the primary intent of the project was to provide a redundant roadway for our roadway network to the people north of the Lake Tuscaloosa Dam spillway. And so, there's been emergency events in the past where emergency access vehicles couldn't make it across that spillway for whatever reason, or because of a car crash or something like that. And so the emergency response time was delayed. So this will allow, it'll mitigate that delay. So, in the instance where we got a car crash and emergency vehicles can't get beyond that car crash, this will, turn a 40-minute commute into a 15-minute.
I think it's going to be, from a public safety standpoint, quite a benefit. I think in terms of convenience and access, it's going to make such a difference. If you're watching the podcast, we're to our backs is to the northeast and would connect back into the existing McWright's Ferry Road today. And it would follow, if you followed directly behind us, you would come back to the intersection of Watermelon Road. Let's talk about that, because one of the things, people focus on the crossing at North River, which is in front of us, but what people have yet to discover and will discover with this project is we're redoing that dangerous intersection at Watermelon and McWright's Ferry Road. Talk about what will be seen at that intersection once this project is complete.
Yeah, that's right. So that curve will go away, and there'll be a four-legged intersection there. And so where that curve is now, it'll come straight into that four-legged intersection. Bluegrass Parkway will be realigned to so you can go straight through from New Watermelon Road to Bluegrass Parkway, and existing McWright's Ferry Road will go through that intersection, and you'll be going into New Watermelon Road. So that'll be much safer than it is today.
And it'll be a signalized intersection. There's been, I know several accidents over the years. I know in the past there's been a deadly accident within that curve itself. I think a lot of people are going to be glad to see that curve is going to be a lot safer, and that intersection is going to be a lot safer in the future. One of the other great things is pedestrian access related to this project. When this project is complete in 2026, what can people expect from a pedestrian access point?
Yeah, so we'll have a 12-foot wide shared use path, which is a wide sidewalk, wide asphalt sidewalk, the whole length of the project. And then when you get down here to North River, we'll have a separate pedestrian bridge for those pedestrians to get across North River. And as you know, one day we'll connect on down to the Randall Trailhead and North.
And the council hopefully is going to move forward with our recommendation for the engineering that will connect the two together. So I'm going to put you on the spot. We are underneath the traffic bridge, the vehicle bridge. Where will the pedestrian bridge? Will it be back towards the south, towards Black Warrior River, or is it going to be back towards our north of where we are today?
South.
Okay.
It'll be towards the town.
Okay.
It'll be about 40 foot above the water surface elevation of North River.
It's going to be fantastic. And, there's going to be a time in the early 2030s where you're literally, once the Woolsey Fennell Bridge is done, it's really exciting to think about. You're going to be able to go from Watermelon Road all the way across down the river, cross the Woolsey-Fennell Bridge, the new Woolsey-Fennell Bridge. They'll have pedestrian access, and connect back into the southern Riverwalk and go all the way down to the Corps of Engineers property without ever having to get on the street. That's going to be a pretty great advantage for Tuscaloosa, and I know you have to be proud to be part of something like that.
Yeah, that's really cool. I think people are really going to take advantage of that, like the idea that you can get on a bike and ride all the way across town.
Yeah. Well, I think you're going to see a lot of people take advantage of it, and this is a great project. Like me, a lot of what we do at the city, people are busy living their lives. They're working, they're taking care of their families. They're trying to do, everything you've got to do because life is so hectic. It's going to be like so much of what, ultimately happens is that when this project comes to fruition, people are going to get to really experience what a difference it's going to make in terms of pedestrian access, vehicular safety, and overall quality of life. So we're really excited about this project. Let's talk about what to expect. Right now, the bridge pilings that will be for the vehicle bridge will be put in. Kind of walk us through what over the next year and a half people will begin to see take shape on the McWright's Ferry Road Extension project.
Right. So, like you said, we've got crane equipment, bridge, drilled shaft equipment's going in over here. They'll start on those drilled shafts here the next several weeks. And then really they've got a lot. They've got not over, but up to 1 million yards of excavation when you get out of here. So there's a lot of grading to get down.
And a lot of that's rock too, isn't it?
So the contractor's focus is going to be getting that grading really ramped up here in the next several months. As they get things, get that excavation hauled out of here, the roadway, the profile will begin to take shape.
Mm-hmm.
They'll also be concurrently working on getting those large utilities in here. We got large diameter water and sewer mains to accommodate future growth out here. And that'll be their focus, both on each side of the river. And then, in about, I'd say in a year, he'll be looking to move out and redo the intersection of S1 397 and McWright's Ferry Road. And again, concurrently, the other end of the project, those intersections will.
And one of the things we're going to work hard to do is communicate to people when we have either traffic delays, traffic closures, etc. I know you and I have talked about that. So we hope people will pay attention. We're going to communicate that out. Please follow the city's social media feeds. What do you think it will be? And I know it's really too early to know, but the impact on traffic in North Tuscaloosa, it's heavy, like many places in our city during drive time. What do you think the impact of this project is going to have on traffic on Watermelon Road, Rice Mine Road, etc.?
Yeah, I think a good percentage of the Rice Mine Road corridor traffic would peel off and use this existing McWright's Ferry Road. And so I think we'll see some relief.
Okay. Do you expect any delays during construction?
I do. I mean, there'll be impact.
I like it, man. Honest, straightforward opinion. Yeah, but it's true.
Temporary pain will be worth the permanent gain. But like you said, we're going to have good communication and get that word out. But when we start impacting that intersection up there, we'll maintain the same amount of traffic lanes, but that friction of construction is going to be something people are going to have to get used to for a little bit. 2.5 year project, probably a year, 1.75 years of impact.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be fantastic. We couldn't have done this without the Tuscaloosa County Road Improvement Commission. That was created in 2015 by legislative act, working with our partners from the county and Northport, and the city taking the lead on this project. It's going to be an exciting $54 million investment that, 30 years from now, when you and I are probably doing something else, most likely, and hopefully we're still of this earth, that we will hopefully be enjoying this benefit that'll still be giving back to Tuscaloosa. Bryan, you're doing a fantastic job. You keep doing what you do, and the city's fortunate to have you. And this has been another edition of Tuscaloosa Talks.